My name is Maya. I'm 26 years old, and I have a successful career as a graphic designer. My husband, Arjun, is 28. We've been married for 3 years, and from the outside, we look like a perfect couple. I work in a chic downtown office, designing logos for big brands, and my salary reflects my ambition. I bring in $6,000 a month. I worked relentlessly for this. Late nights, endless revisions, and a burning desire to climb to the top. Arjun, on the other hand, works as a baker in a small local shop. He earns $2,500 a month, working with his hands, smelling of flour and cinnamon when he comes home. He's the sweetest man I know. He always has a soft word, a gentle touch. He wakes up at 4 a.m. to start his dough, but he always leaves a fresh-baked muffin on the counter for me. He remembers every birthday and anniversary, and he handcrafts gifts that are more thoughtful than anything money can buy. He is, in every sense of the word, a good man. But lately, I started seeing the world differently. My Instagram feed was a parade of luxury, friends on lavish vacations, showcasing designer bags, and being showered with expensive gifts from their partners. I began to feel a bitter sting of comparison. I'd look at Arjun's calloused hands, the dusting of flour on his jeans, and feel a deep sense of disappointment. Why wasn't my life like theirs? Why didn't Arjun buy me a new car or take me on a cruise to the Bahamas? My own paycheck could afford these things, but it felt like a silent judgment on him. I started making snide remarks. Don't you ever want more, Arjun? A better job? A business of your own? He would just look at me with his calm, sad eyes and say, I'm happy, Maya. I love what I do. His words felt like a wall I couldn't break through. One day, I saw a friend get a stunning diamond necklace from her husband. The next morning, I couldn't help myself. Look at what Priya's husband got her. When was the last time you bought me something nice? Arjun's face fell. He quietly got up and went to the kitchen. He never raised his voice, never fought back. His silence was a heavier weight than any argument. He gives most of his salary to his aging parents, who live in a small town and rely on him. He sends them $1,500 every month, then gives me the remaining $1,000 to manage our home expenses. I never once thanked him. I always focused on what he couldn't give me, not on everything he was giving up for others. Then, things changed. Arjun began leaving for work even earlier and coming home much later. His smiles were gone, replaced by a permanent weariness in his eyes. When I asked him what was going on, he simply said, I've taken on more shifts. I noticed he was now working a second job, delivering late-night pastries to local cafes. He was a ghost in our own home. I'd wake up, and he'd be gone. I'd go to sleep, and he'd just be coming in. He was running himself ragged, all for a bit more money. One evening, I was up late working on a project when I heard a thud from the hallway. I rushed out to find Arjun on the floor, his face pale, his body trembling. I knelt beside him, my heart hammering in my chest. Arjun, what's wrong? He looked up at me, his eyes clouded with exhaustion. I'm just so tired, Maya, he whispered. I can't feel my legs. I panicked and called an ambulance. At the hospital, the doctor's words were a cold splash of reality. He's completely burnt out. His body has reached its limit. He needs to stop working so much. I sat by his hospital bed, his hand limp in mine. I saw the deep circles under his eyes, the thinness of his frame. I finally saw it all. He wasn't chasing more money for himself. He was doing it for me, to give me the things I had complained about. All the while, he was giving me something so much more profound, his unwavering support, his deep kindness, and his quiet love. I felt the shame wash over me, a hot, painful wave. I had been so busy looking at others that I had become blind to the true value of the man in front of me. He wasn't a CEO or a real estate mogul. He was my rock, my safe harbor. He didn't need to buy me diamonds. He already gave me a love more precious than any gem. His loyalty, his patience, and his dedication to those he loves are riches that no amount of money could ever buy. That night, I made a promise to myself. I would stop comparing our life to anyone else's. I would start seeing my husband for the incredible man he is, not for what society tells me he should be. Because sometimes, true wealth isn't what's in your bank account or on your finger. It's the quiet, steady love that keeps you grounded, the kind that doesn't shout its value but shows it every single day.